Good evening, welcome to another exciting edition of So Into Bourbon. This is the Western episode, right? Look, Charlie's decked out in his cowboy hat. Tell him why.
Tonight, we're riding the Transcontinental Railroad and featuring Railroad Rye, but this time, it's Boxcar 2.
Together they're laughing, pouring it right. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Subscribe tonight.
Okay, Charlie. Sorry, I can't.
Wear your hat, Charlie. Wear your hat. I'm taking my hat. Even though
Take the hat
Brush Creek Distillery in the spirit of the American West, I'm taking my hat off, which this is my custom cowboy hat.
Thank you. Can we drink out of that?
We
can.
can.
I don't know.
We can.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay,
we're not going to do cowboy
Back
history.
to it.
Back to it.
Let's be serious now. Railroad Rye batch what?
Boxcar 2.
2.
That's right.
So we did Boxcar 1 a couple years ago.
And we'll
check it out.
We'll link that episode into this episode. And we were really impressed. And if you watched that episode, then you would know all about Boxcar 1 and Railroad Rye and Brush Creek Distillery, and there'd be no need for us to continue talking about it. But some of you people haven't watched all our episodes, and we're disappointed.
For those who didn't, maybe just give them a quick rundown on what this is.
This is a wonderful offering from Brush Creek Distillery in Saratoga, Wyoming. This is Railroad Rye. And what makes Railroad Rye cool is the good folks at Brush Creek Distillery in Saratoga, Wyoming bought some nice, aged, wonderful straight rye whiskeys from our friends at
MGP. Mm-hmm. And how do they get the whiskey from MGP way out to Wyoming?
I mean, obviously on a train. It's called Railroad Rye.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Really cool story is they bought it from MGP, they sent it up to Chicago, put it on the Transcontinental Railroad, and took the 1,200 mile, comes with a nice box by the way, 1,200 mile trek into Wyoming, where it is stored at an altitude of over 7,000 feet above sea level.
Yes, and as I recall, we really, really liked this last time, and you were just out at Brush Creek, right?
I was just there.
A couple weeks ago.
I was just there, and we'll talk more about that as we imbibe. Railroad Rye Boxcar 1 was a really surprising bottle from us because, like most people,
it was kind of gimmicky.
You think it's getting gimmicky, Jefferson's Ocean or Chinker Aged on Water.
Right.
This came, it's train bourbon, but it was actually very good.
Very good.
It was everything that you want in a really great rye.
Now, remind me, is this the 95.5 mash bill?
This is, at least on Boxcar 1, it was a blend of 2 rye mash bills, which we went and digging in and turned out MGP did an M95.5 and a 51, something or the other. So none of that is disclosed. We don't know the proportions, but it does say it's distilled in Indiana, so I think it's safe to assume that it is the original.
So while you were out there at Brush Creek, you didn't find this out?
I may have, but I was also having a really nice time.
Just giving you a hard time.
I know. So, full disclosure, I have tasted this, but it was at the end of a very long tasting. So, I remember it being delicious.
It looks really light.
It looks really light.
Really light. We know we have no idea what the age is.
It looks really light. Well, it is not age stated.
Okay.
It is
So
not
it's
age
at least
stated.
4 years?
But I will tell you that in talking with the guys at Brush Creek, you're not going to find a lot of 4-year-old stuff in their stuff.
Right.
And I'll leave it at that. So,
Okay.
So it is light in color. Proof on this, should have said this is 108 proof, Boxcar 2, bottle number 548, true spirit of the American West.
And what are we going to pay for this?
Retails for 100, 125, 150, depending on where you live and all that good stuff. Little blast of ethanol there.
I don't get a whole lot of ethanol. I get a lot of green apple.
A lot of that green apple, man.
A lot of that classic rye spice.
So I get green apple, and I know it's psychological, but I get that almost that spruce, juniper.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that there.
That pine.
For sure.
That
it's not
evergreen
overwhelming,
tree.
but
it's not overwhelming.
It's
It's just there. It's that fruit and juniper. And the crazy thing about being out there is the air smells like that. It's insane. For an Indiana kid, being out there, you may as well be on the moon. All right, let's try this thing.
Get it. Cheers. Boy, that's really good. What'd you say the proof is?
108.
Okay, that tracks.
108.
It's really
just proofy enough.
Yeah, it's really soft up front, but all the
Yeah.
the spice and the proof kind of hits you on the back end. And you get a lot of that green apple and caramel, almost like an apple pie up front.
If I was better at this, I would have at least kept a little bit of Boxcar 1 to compare. The thing, but
That was a hard bottle to make last like 3
I
years.
did.
I think it's been a couple years.
I
right?
did a really good job of keeping that. But I will tell you this: I finished that bottle not too long ago because I knew I was going. I'm like, hey, bottle kill. The difference. This drinks so much more aged than Boxcar 1. There is so much more barrel character. There's so much more oak character on this than Boxcar 1.
Yeah, I would agree from what I remember.
Yeah.
That was a little punchy in the mouth.
Little
Yeah.
a little rye here to party.
Yeah.
It makes me very happy because one of the things in talking to those guys is bourbon ages different out there. It ages different in elevation. It gets very cold. It is very dry. And remind me about the dry climate because there's some really cool things that they have to do. But this has an absolute oaky finish on it.
It's got a nice oaky finish, like a really nice bittersweet chocolate finish that comes in.
Like it,
that balances out that spice.
100%. First drink of the day. I haven't. This is the first sip I've had, and I am amazed at how kind of sweet and spicy it is, and everything that you want in a rye, with all that kind of fruit flavor and the black pepper, and then you're left drinking what drinks like a really aged whiskey. It's really nice.
Very well balanced.
Oh man, that nose.
Very well balanced. Like you said, it really finishes quite oaky, but not that bitter oaky flavor. It's just a really nice,
a lot of
easy drinking
barrel character.
Yeah, but when I say easy drinking, I don't mean that it doesn't have some punch to it or it doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It's just you kind of ease into it. It starts really
approachable,
really soft on the front of your palate, and ends up. What's the word I'm looking for? It's nuanced, but it's almost engineered to kind of work.
Engineer, I see what you did there. That was great.
It kind of is perfectly balanced on your palate.
Yeah. I remember. So we went and we did. So first of all, let's just talk about craft distilleries and why they're going to take over the world. I don't know. I don't think of myself as a bourbon influencer, but as someone who has been around bourbon for a while now, who has experienced a lot and done whiskey thieving and barrel picks and distillery tours, when we were at Brush Creek Distillery, you think, well, how is this going to be different? How is this going to measure up to insert your favorite distillery here? And it made me really happy. I walked out of there. I walked in thinking like, oh, it'll be just ho-hum, you know, business as usual. And I actually kind of told that to my wife. Like, I really didn't want to come and work, but I'll get some content. And then when we walked out, it was how magic craft distilleries are, because that is the exact same experience in terms of how it makes you feel that you get in Southern Indiana or Ohio or in, you know, the bourbon world of Kentucky. They were so nice, and we did a tasting, and they paired things with goat cheeses and homemade cheeses from their farm. And then we did a tour, and the interesting thing about there, he's smiling.
How the 1% lives.
And we're doing the tour, and they're talking about how they make gin and vodka. Their vodka is good in the sense that vodka is not good,
to
but
the
it's
extent that vodka
100%
can be good.
Now, another thing,
Why don't you show them all the bottles you brought home?
I did bring quite a few bottles home. The bottle I really want to touch on is this. This is their New American Gin, but this is barrel rested.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like gin.
The crazy thing about this, and I'll just brag on these guys, how they make it is I'm going to butcher this, but they essentially make a big tea bag that they put in one of the hoppers, and they use all of these different things that they put in there, including fresh junipers that are grown there. And they make this gin, which the gin on its own is good, but then this particular batch is a 3-barrel batch. They age it in a new charred oak barrel, a used bourbon barrel, and a used rye barrel. This is
I bet that's fantastic.
unbelievable, and you will never know. No, I'm just kidding. We'll drink that later.
I was going to say, why don't we crack that open now?
But the interesting thing is, because you're experiencing this in Wyoming, and they've got a hybrid column pot column still, and talking with Ethan, one of the distillers there, he said because it's so dry there, they have to steam their barrels. So they buy barrels from Kelvin Cooperage, woo, Kelvin, and it dries so quickly out there that he has to hook up the hose to steamer to steam those barrels to get moisture back in them, or they'd leak everywhere. Yeah. It's just a different way of making bourbon and whiskey. Very cool place, so nice. They have a bottle your own experience. They have whiskey thieving. They do single barrel experiences. If you haven't checked out Brush Creek Distillery, you absolutely should. Their regular bourbon, their straight bourbon and their straight rye are excellent. And they check your local listings, but they are also available online. So you can get them delivered to your house.
So as you've been talking, this finish just kind of keeps going.
It's incredibly oaky.
Like that chocolatey, that I mentioned this a lot, that Oreo pie crust, that kind of crusty, chocolatey, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's got a great finish. It's a great rye.
The thing that I remember about drinking this and that made me grab a bottle was how creamy it was there. Mm-hmm. I'm not necessarily, on a fresh pop, I'm not necessarily getting that creaminess, but the mouthfeel was very different. I'm interested to see how this will react. And you also wonder, like, how does your taste buds and everything work at a different elevation?
Right.
6,000 feet above sea level. But it makes me happy. I love that place. It's magical. But it also makes me happy because craft distilleries make me happy. And it just goes to show you, and we say this all the time, get out your phone, get on Google Maps, and type in distilleries near me and find your local craft distillery and go check that place out and support those people, because they're probably doing some mad scientist stuff that will blow your mind.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see what different people do with MGP juice, right? I mean, we all know it's everywhere.
There's a lot of it around, right?
Yeah, but it's what do you do with it once you source it?
Yeah. So
that can make a huge difference.
So interesting thing, because I know a lot of people are watching this and be like, oh, more sourced bourbon, this, that, and the other. So they are currently sourcing from Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of extremely high-aged Tennessee whiskey, which I won't tell you where it's from, but you can put two and two together and think, where else are you going to get a 17-year bottle of Tennessee whiskey? But their distillate is coming soon, and they are thinking it's going to be a bottled in bond, and that means it's at least 4 years old. And to your point about distilleries and all this other stuff, I did get to try they were actually running rye while I was there, and got to try their rye white dog, and it was so good.
Yeah, he called me specifically to tell me about the white dog. So good. If you start with something like that,
that's the key. and any bourbon whiskey person will tell you that if the white dog or the white lightning, whatever you want to call it, the new make, if your new make is good, probably going to be all right. If your new make is undrinkable, there's only so much a barrel can do, or a couple barrels. So I really am excited. There's a lot of doom and gloom. We talk about it a lot on the channel, and you see it a lot on Instagram and the news, Fox News, distilleries in trouble, and the markets, this, that, and the other. There's some really great people in some really great places making some really great bourbon. You just got to step out and find it.
Yeah, I feel like with the market being the way it has been and the way it is now, and probably the way it's going to continue to go, we're just finding better and better whiskeys.
Listen, we have 2025, so it's currently November 2025. We've had some really, really good bourbon, really good ryes, really good whiskeys this year. And it's very easy to be doom and gloom in the market, this, that, and the other, but I mean, there's still really good stuff out there. And it's still fun. It's still fun.
Yep.
So
check out the craft distilleries.
Yeah, check out your crafts.
All right, Charlie, do we have anything else on this?
If you'd like more hard-hitting Spirit of the West content,
put the cowboy hat back on.
Like this, follow us on like and subscribe here on Instagram.
Let me wear that.
That looks good. It's good.
It's just a tad bit big.
It's all right. I have the largest human head. like and subscribe here on YouTube. Give him a habit.
Yes, check us out on Instagram, So Into Bourbon, Whiskey Realtor on TikTok, and as always, keep those wallets loose.
And your bunghole tight. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.
Cowboy.
Potato.
Spirit of the American West lives at Brush Creek. Brush Creek Distillery in the heart of Saratoga, Wyoming.
Are you sure about the cowboy hat?
So sure.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of edits that I'm not going to be happy with.
No.
I gotta get a hat brush.
Yeah, sure. That's what you need. No, you'll mess up my hair.
You did get a haircut today.
It would be.
That's
It's not that much bigger than my
it's
head.
not that much
It really
bigger. It's not that much.